Hi, George. Chris is here.
Yeah, I am here.
Chris is
Cool.
in Fairfax.
I got to witness live in person VCU completely handle us in our first A10 conference game of the year. And wow, I'm speechless. I don't know.
Did you ever feel like it was close?
I mean, technically it was close in the second half, single digits, but Santos Silva just kept pummeling us down low, and anytime we got close, he just put things out of reach. So,
yeah, you can't really say too much. Xavier Johnson is the KMN law firm player of the game. Didn't get an interview with him. Gave him a break. We interviewed him after the TCU game. Wasn't that thrilling of an interview, so we'll wait for a win to chat with him again. But the guy just continues to. The stage never looks too big for XJ. You know, on defense, he looks locked in. On offense, he's trying to get to the bucket. He's shooting threes. He came off the bench when AJ got in foul trouble with which is a whole separate story. We'll get to here soon. But XJ is a positive. You know, Kai, I don't know where. You know, he used to be a guy that slashed to the bucket, beat guys backdoor. He's hitting all these jumpers now. It's kind of weird. I'd like to see him attack the bucket a little bit more. But Chris, you were here in Fairfax. What did you think about the crowd? Your first home game this year?
Yeah, so the place looked great. I mean, we had fans. They were here. Now, were they making noise? No, not really. I wish that the atmosphere would have been a little bit more raucous. I think when players are shooting their free throws, do something, you know? Santos Silva went 6 for 6 from the line. Guy shoots, 52% for the year?
That's your fault.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
Okay,
so.
Not Liam's fault. But yeah, I mean, I just expected a little bit more. Granted, the game was a little out of hand, but come on, guys.
So one thing I thought was a huge issue, you know, for whatever reason, Calixte is like no longer getting more than 20 minutes a game. I want to ask Dave about that, you know, one-on-one soon. But him and Oduro, what are they giving us? Are they getting enough? Are they getting enough minutes to really contribute? And then, if you're only going to play 15 minutes a game, then why are you not fouling Silva all game long? You basically have two guys with 10 fouls to give, only playing 30 minutes combined. Put that man on the floor. Foul him all game. Silva always got easy looks, did whatever he wanted, and he really at one point, like, it just looked like Oduro was out of his league.
Well, speaking of foul problems, AJ, we got absolutely zippy from him today. No points, 2 rebounds, a block shot. We're not going to win any game in the A10 if he gives us that type of stat line.
No games.
So, yeah, foul trouble early. He only had 6 minutes.
But how do you rebound from that? You get in foul trouble, and then you come out in the second half, and you get your third foul?
Yeah, I mean, it was just absolute domination on the boards. If it comes down to Santos Silva and other big men in the A10 and Oduro and Calixte kind of splitting time, not really getting in any type of rhythm, we're going to get manhandled down low. So we got to step up, but overall you got to like the hustle. They came back in the second half.
You don't have to like it. And they again clamped down on our guard play, and this is something that PD harps on. What does our offense do if the ball screen's not working? What's the second layer of it? And so I asked Paulson about it in the presser, just about, you know, VC kind of clamping down on our ball screens, and then how do we get the bigs involved? This is his answer.
Coach, I have a two-part question. First, it seems like they clamped down on our high ball screens pretty well. What did you see from them there? And then also, within that, how do we get our bigs more involved with the pick and roll?
Yeah, you're right. For sure. You know, this is, again, part of it is VCU. I mean, one, they're as good a defensive team as there is out there, you know. And I think for the most part, you know, we did a far, far, far better job taking care of the ball, you know. So that was good, you know, 13 turnovers, and we'd like that down even less, but that's a pretty good job. Now the question is, once, you know, you break the press to be able to flow into offense, you know, and I thought we had 3 good days of preparation, but, you know, the scout team is not going to replicate, you know, what VCU does, and nobody that we've played, you know, does that. Part of it is AJ not getting in foul trouble. I mean, he has been our most consistent, around the basket, type of player. Part of it is our guards being able to deliver the ball out of it. Now, in the second half, we played much better offensively. So we settled down, from an offensive perspective in terms of, the field goal percentages and, the points that we scored. We just, dug ourselves too big a hole.
It wasn't much of an answer, it's not what I was looking for. I wanted him to speak about how he specifically could get the bigs involved. Didn't get that. That's maybe a question that we got to ask him one-on-one.
Yeah.
But put this game behind us. We didn't get blown out. I think we lost by 13.
It felt like a blowout.
It felt like a blowout. TCU was just an annihilation.
If your school has C and U in it this week, we got blown out by you. So neat.
So we got to put these games behind us. Moving on to St. Bonaventure, Wednesday, 7 p.m. at home. We've got to have a bounce back game.
We got to bounce back, but speaking of bouncing back, Bonaventure's bouncing back in their own right. They started out the season pretty rough. They got their big man back, and now they're kind of feeling it. So it's not going to be an easy test.
Lofton's a monster. He's going to give our small guards buckets.
And we can't go 0-2 to start A-10 play. So this is a must-win game. Students show up, make some noise. I don't know, do something.
I mean, I'm working on signs. I'm going to bring some signs for y'all to throw up. I mean, it's time now for the Mason. I mean, it's tough. We're not even bought in. So we're asking fans to buy in, but we're struggling to buy in.
There are times, I mean.
Mason needs to come out and win a good game. Let's start that off on Wednesday. Jones, it's always good to have him in the facts. By George in the building. I'm sorry you didn't get a better game.
Oh, well. Maybe next week.
We love you.